You're waiting for the perfect time to start, but it's never gonna come. You either start now or you stay the same forever. Now, I'm gonna be breaking down the 3 ideas today of the misconceptions of why people think it's just not the time to start. And with tip number 1 is that there will never be a perfect time. I'm sure you guys have all experienced this, where you're waiting to talk to that one person, you're in the gym or you see this cute girl and you wanna go talk to her. And I'm sure you guys have experienced this, where you think it's just not the time to start, right? You think it's not the time to go talk to that person. You're gonna wait, oh, it's not the right moment yet, it's not the right moment. And by the end, your moment has passed. I want to give a very clear example with this, with my competitive Smash Brothers journey. Now, I'm a competitive esports player, also a competitive bodybuilder, and so many people think, I'm just gonna wait. I wanna get better, I wanna get more gear, I wanna get more knowledgeable, which sounds fine because it's tactical, right? You wanna get to know more before you actually start. You wanna make sure your time is valuable and you wanna make sure your time is well spent. But what's actually funny is it's the opposite. The more time that you wait before you start, the more time you're wasting. Getting more gear, getting more knowledge, getting more skills is actually a waste of time. You will gain so much more knowledge and so much more skill if you just start the thing. I didn't wait to start bodybuilding. I wanted to make sure that as soon as I got my car, guess where the first place I went was? Planet Fitness, 10 bucks a month, it didn't matter. I knew as soon as I was able to, I wanted to start getting better in my fitness journey. Now, a lot of people, they'll say, I don't want to start in the gym yet. I don't want to start competing in bodybuilding, or I don't want to start competing in esports. I just want to wait until I finish high school or until I finish college or once I finish this. And people wait way too long. And by the time they actually think they're going to start, at that point, they go, no, it's not the right time yet. I should wait until I have this controller, or I should wait until I meet this person, or I should wait until I graduate this college or this school. It doesn't matter. Okay, you're going to learn so much more if you actually just start now. Picture up right now of me when I first started working out. That was day 3 at the gym. And nobody is a master when they first start. Every professional bodybuilder, every professional athlete for anything, whether it's esports, bodybuilding, anything in between, they started as a noob. So to start in thinking that, I have to wait until I'm at least this good to start here makes no sense. You start here because that's where you start. Okay, you can start and then get better and better and better progressively. But to think that you're gonna start here when everybody starts right here makes no sense. Everybody has to go to their first tournament. Everybody has to go to their first competition. Everybody has to step foot in the gym for the first time. It makes no sense to think that you have to get better before you start. You have to start before you get better. Furthermore, even with this YouTube channel, I was waiting a long time to start because I didn't have the right gear. I wasn't good at talking enough yet. I still needed to meet the right people to do the right collaborations. It stalled me for months. And what I should have just done was start immediately. It didn't matter if I had a crappy camera, or I stumbled on my words, or I had crappy lighting. I just needed to start because I've learned more in these past 2 months than I've learned in the last 6 when I was trying to learn so much about YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and all these social medias. I just needed to actually start. Reason number 2 why it's terrible that your brain thinks it's not the right time to start yet is because it actually trains your brain to do this in other aspects of your life. So imagine, right? You don't think it's the right time to start in the gym, okay? You can see me, right? I'm great. But you gotta understand, if you think it's not the right time to start in the gym, you just told your brain that it's okay to not start. Okay, now let's take it into something else, right? You don't think it's the right time to start in the gym, so you don't go to the gym. Your brain basically said to itself, hey, we should probably do this. Nah, I'm not gonna do it, okay? That's one instance. Then you would go into the next thing. Hey, I kind of want to make a music career. They're like, I really like singing and rapping. I'm going to start. It's probably not the right time to start. I don't have the gear. I don't have this. I don't have that. Instance number 2 of your brain going, nah, it's not the right time to start. Stall, static, stop. Instance number 3, right? Like I said, I'm a competitive esports player. I was ranked number 3 in my state, and I was waiting for the perfect time to start playing Smash Bros. Competitively. I didn't want to go to in-person tournaments. I didn't want to go to online tournaments. I didn't think I was good enough. And if your brain is trained, if you've trained your brain over the years and over the months and over the decade to stall and to say, I'm not ready yet, it's gonna keep doing that. It's a habit. When you build a habit like that, it leaks into other aspects of your life. Whether it's something you want to start, like a passion project, whether it's videos, whether it's music, whether it's baking, whether it's cooking, whether it's anything, you're gonna train your brain to basically tell yourself it's okay not to start. And that's not where we wanna go. Now, going off of this point again, when you think it's just not the perfect time to start and you keep saying, I'm just gonna plan, I'm getting better. No, it's okay, I'm not starting because I'm training, I'm getting better. Your brain masks fear as planning. You think you're planning, you think you're building up these skills, but essentially you're afraid to start because you're afraid of what other people are gonna think of you. I started my esports career when I was like 16 or 17 years old, and even that was way too late. I hopped into the scene and I was way better than the average 0-2er, essentially the people that, you know, they don't win any games and they lose 2 games. But I was way better. I should have started a year before I actually started. I wasted 12 months where I could have been getting so much better. All this, when I was reading the rule book and when I was reading all of these stats and all these players and doing all this research that, yeah, I'm like kind of a nerd about it, but I could have been using that time of actually getting the experience instead of trying to build up these make pretend skills. And that's why point number 3, getting off of the why people think it's not the right time to start. They're afraid of what people are gonna think of them. I'm putting myself out here. I'm being extremely vulnerable with all of you guys, and it's okay. I know some people, there's already been so many people that clown on me. They say, oh, he thinks he's a YouTuber, he thinks he's this. But I've gone through this in so many different aspects of my life. I'm a professional esports player, right? That's already a pretty vulnerable position to be in. When I tell the average person that I'm a professional esports player, I was ranked 3rd in my state, I've made thousands of dollars for coaching, and also I have my own fitness program, top link in the description, definitely check it out. People judge me. And of course they're gonna judge me. That's so unique. That's such a weird niche of skills where they're, oh, he's a professional esports player and he's also going into competitive bodybuilding. Like, that's weird to people, right? And it's a litmus test as well. Now, what people think of you might be, this guy's weird, this guy's freaky, whatever, like he's odd, I'm not gonna mess with him. But the people that appreciate you for you are so much more important, and they're gonna be so much more of a benefit to your life that you would need, and you would love to add these people into your repertoire of people that you can even learn from. You don't have anything to learn from somebody that's gonna try to bring you down, who's gonna make fun of you for following your dreams, following your goals. It's important to not just be yourself, and I know people say, oh, be yourself, right? But when I say be yourself, I mean do the things that are you. So not eat junk food, not sleep on the couch and play video games all day. I mean, actually do the things that have pertaining to you. What is your character like? For me, it's putting myself out there with these videos, putting myself out there with competitive bodybuilding and being a professional esports player. Now, these are weird things, right? Most people don't say this, but I'm putting myself out there. I'm being myself. I'm being true to myself and my character. Okay, I'm ignoring the fear, I'm ignoring the hate, I'm ignoring the people that are trying to bring me down because I know it is who I am. And that's why I want to go into this a little bit more, where it's not about be yourself. When people say be yourself, it's not be socially awkward, talk about Minecraft and Pokemon and all these weird things on like a date. That's not being yourself, that's being a weirdo and a creep, right? But if you identify with Pokemon like you do with me, I have a shiny living dex going, by the way. I'm like a super nerd. Pokemon Legends ZA comes out tomorrow as I'm recording this, actually tonight. I'm super excited, but I digress. It is inherently weird to be into Pokemon, but it's who I am. The reason people are afraid to start is because they think they're weird for liking these very niche things. I don't even care what it is. I have friends that make music. I have friends that make food. I have friends that make YouTube videos. I have friends that do photography. And it is just about starting. People are gonna think you're weird until you actually make it. The only thing that's different about somebody who's just starting out and somebody who's actually made it is that itself, right? Somebody could be taking the same pictures. Is the first, let's make it an example. Somebody could be making YouTube videos and they could be absolutely pristine premium videos. The best speaking, the best editing, the best pacing, everything, the best visuals, but they get no views. And people will make fun of them. People will say, hey, you suck. Why do you even start? Like you're a grifter. You think you're this when you're actually not. But it could be the same level as somebody who has 5 million subscribers and gets so much money and so much viewership and so much love and so many good, awesome comments that say, hey, keep it up. I love this video. You're helping me so much. The only difference between somebody who has 1 sub in making that video and somebody who has 500 million subs is that number. People will only make fun of you until you make it. And people want to bring you down before you even start. That's why you have the fear. So it's so understandable. Getting back into point number 3 is why your brain's masking the fear for just planning. You're not planning, you're afraid. And you're afraid because people will make fun of you when you start. And people will only make fun of you. People will make fun of you regardless, whether you start, whether you don't start, whether you make videos, good videos, whether you make bad videos, it doesn't matter. So why not just start? Take the hate It's gonna come whether you succeed, whether you don't succeed. So why not just do it? They say comparison is the thief of joy, and they could not be more right. Okay, it's gonna start imperfect, it's gonna start messy, it's not gonna be good. The first thing that you've ever done, when you're a baby, you can't even walk. Your first steps, you topple over. How do you think Usain Bolt came out the womb, right? He probably didn't start sprinting, maybe he did, right? But everybody sucks before they get good. Okay, it is a must. You cannot be inherently good at something just because you exist. You have to practice. Perfection isn't the starting line, it's the finishing line, but people are trying to make pretend it's the starting line. Progression is the goal. You can have this end goal of 500 million subscribers, you can have the end goal of the Shanzo physique, right? But you can't start like that. You have to get to 2 subscribers before you get to 3, before you get to 11, before you get to 500, okay? There's middle steps that you have to go through. And just the same with any of your goals, I want you guys, genuinely, I want you guys to improve. Genuinely, I want to see you guys do your best. And that's why I make these videos. I want you guys to actually start. So if you guys are worried about starting something, put it in the comments, put it in the chat. I want to hear what you guys are actually going to start. That is the challenge for you guys today. I want you guys to start today. I don't care whether it's 3 a.m. and you're in bed. I don't want you to wait until tomorrow. I want you to get up and start right now. And you guys aren't going to do this. I promise you guys, 99% of you guys will not do this. But I want to actually see you guys, I want to see you improve in whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's making music, whether it's baking, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's doing esports, I don't care. Start now, get perfect later. That's all I got for you guys today. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff for the YouTube algorithm. And like I say at the end of all my videos, life is a dice roll. You just gotta roll the dice a hell of a lot more than everybody else. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.